All right, guys, so we are recording. Actually, just give me 1 second. Something I haven't done. If I just do this, spotlight there, change that to there. All right, fantastic. So as I was saying at the start of the call, what I want to cover tonight is the master plan. And it really is just the step-by-step process that we all go through. But as I was saying before we sort of hit the record button, is that Herbalife is set up in a position to where if you didn't have a support structure like we've got with the training videos, the Facebook groups, the social media, all of that sort of stuff, it's designed for you to be able to still do the business, because you get a career, you get a business pack when you get started, a members pack. And in that members pack are 4 books, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that walk you through every aspect of the business. So if there was no support structure with the trainings and the STSs and the kickoffs and the training calls that we have, if you were to go over those manuals over and over and over and over 3 or 4 times and read through it, you'd understand the business. On the Herbalife, website, if you go down the bottom of the page, it says Herbalife Video Library. There's over 2,000 recordings of there from presidents' teams and doctors, the CEOs, all explaining different aspects of the business. If you were to sit there and study that, you would learn this business. So my best tip that I can give you is 2 things. Number 1, you need to be passionate about this business. You need to be excited about it. That's obvious. But you also need some skills. And you need to develop those skills by doing the trainings, watching the videos, learning it, and really just putting it into practice. It's a little bit like riding a bike. Someone can, just sort of run alongside you, and help you get started, which is what your coach does. But at some point, they've got to let you go and give you a shot. And if you fall down, guess what? They'll run over and pick you up and put you back on. But guess what? We all learn how to ride bikes. We can all learn how to do Herbalife. There's only a few very, very basic things that we've got to do. It's the mind game that you've got to get over. For those of you that were there at the STS on the weekend, the only difference between Jess Morgan and the rest of us is this: same product, same marketing plan, same payment structure, same 24 hours in the day. So how is it that some people are making 60 grand a month, some people are making 6,000 a month, some people are making 600 a month, and some people are making nothing? It's the mind game. It's how much activity you're doing, what you're putting into action, and developing that skill set so that you can move up through the marketing plan. So let's run through a couple of things tonight that I think might help you, and put a few things in place. Let me just get the button working. So our job as a Herbalife member, whoa, hang on a second, let me back up. I can't get rid of my little, hang on a second, this little thing up here. Why can't I move this? Just give me a second, guys. There's just something blocking my screen here that I can't seem to move. That's all right. We'll just stay on that. Our job as a member, as an active member or a distributor, and we call it the 5-2-1, and I'll explain that in a moment. But number 1 is to use all the products, right? And I'm not saying jump on every single product when you first get started, but you certainly want to start adding products, to your regime. And certainly don't use products from another, business or another department store that we sell. I think Jess mentioned it really well. I know every product and what to take if I feel a certain way. If I've got a bit of a bellyache, I'm straight onto the aloe juice and I'll take a couple of probiotics. If I feel a bit run down, I'll take a couple of probiotics. If I need a bit of energy, I'll take a couple of guaranas. If I'm a little bit stressed or I'm feeling a bit anxious, I'll take some Dong Quai. If I'm hungry, I'll make myself a healthy shake. So you start to learn all the different stuff that you can use the products for your personal results. But you've got to get a noticeable result. The reason I got a few clients up and running very, very quickly is that I got a result on the products very quickly. I had 15 kilos to lose, and I made it my goal to lose those 15 kilos as fast as possible. I didn't take 12 months to do it, okay? But that's entirely up to you how long you want to take, but you want to make sure that the results you're getting is a noticeable result so that the people around you are looking at you going, there's something different about you. Whether it's losing weight, whether it's gaining energy, whether it's your skin, whether it's your hair, whether it's your vitality, there's lots of things people will notice that are different about you. May not just be your weight loss or your shape. It could be a number of different things. So keep an eye on that sort of stuff. Our job as active members, and I'm saying active members, because most of you that are on this call or watching this video are watching it because you want to build a business or you want to derive an income, whether that's small, large, that's entirely up to you. So I'm assuming you're all active members and wanting to get to that supervisor's level, the top discount. So our job is simple. Use the products. Get 3 to 5 clients every month. That's our job. Our job is to get people on the products. It's not just to be a product consumer. Our job is to share these products with other people and get other people using the products. And we say if you're getting 3 to 5 a month, then you're going to build a very, very solid little business. Your job is to get new coaches every month. Now we say 1 to 2. Again, you can change the numbers whatever you want. This is just a game plan that I'm giving you here. And getting those 1 to 2 coaches, people that also want to get a great result and share that with other people. It's then our job to expose our clients and our coaches, or our members, if you want to call them that, members, coaches, same thing, to Herbalife. Now you do that by the STSs, you do that by the kickoffs, maybe you're bringing them to one of our open events, maybe you're sending them some information online, maybe a video, maybe they're jumping on calls like this. And there's a lot of different ways you can expose people to the greater Herbalife. Your job is to attend events as well, right? The reason it says 521 up here in the top corner, 521, 5 clients, 2 members, 1 event. You want to really aim to get to 1 event a month. Now, that's not always going to be possible, but you certainly want to get to that point where that is the minimum that you're doing, that you're getting to 1 event every single month, because that's only 12 a year. If you miss 3 or 4, that's a quarter of them gone. Now, I'm not saying you can't build the business with not getting to events, but the events fast track everything. And for those of you that have been to an STS, you know exactly what I mean. Imagine if you had 5 or 10 people sitting there at our last STS, you know what your business would have been doing today, right? Would have been going crazy after the STS. So your job is to attend events. And then our job is to maintain and retain, look after our clients, maintain our business, our members and our supervisors, help them and support them, and start to build that business. So that's really what our job is, as active members, okay? My Herbalife, for me personally, it's important that you work out your Herbalife, because you often see those badges that say, my favorite badge says, I love Herbalife. But the big question is, do you? Do you really love it? Do you love the way you're doing it? Does it feel like you're just having fun, or does it feel like a job? Because if it feels like a job, then you need to fine tune it, because it shouldn't be feeling like a job, so to speak. It should be doing the business the way you enjoy it. Now, for me, it's constantly, exposing the business and the products to my circle of influence. I am the brand. I'm always using the products. I'm always wearing it. I'm always out there talking to people. So I do that every single day. Obviously, I'm on social media with Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. I love my fit clubs. So, I've got a couple of fit clubs that I attend every week, and I promote those face-to-face with people, handing flyers on Facebook, referrals. I try to get 2 or 3 new people out to my fit clubs every single week. And as a family, we generally live a healthy, active lifestyle. We're always out doing things. We're always out trying to do something, right? So we're just trying to be the brand and live a healthy, active life, which is what Herbalife is all about. You can't sort of, preach, health and nutrition and then get drunk every single night of the week. Doesn't really fit into place. Now, I'm not saying I don't enjoy a sherbet every now and then. For those of you that know me know I enjoy a sherbet every now and then. But I live a healthy, active lifestyle. And that's what, building the business is all about. It's about being real, and it's about building a genuine business, not something that's just built on fluff. Our business is really, really simple. If you want to make a part-time income, there's only 2 things you need to do. Number 1, use the products to get your own level 10 result, whatever that is. And then build a client base to the level of income that you're looking for. Now, if you just want a couple of $100 a week, I don't know, maybe you're going to need 5 or 6 clients. Maybe you're going to need 10, depending on what they're purchasing. You've got to figure that part out, right? Because it's going to be different for each and every one of you. If you're selling if you just want to make a couple of $100 a week and you've got clients that are on ultimate programs, you're only going to need 1 client a week once you're a supervisor, or let's say 2 clients a week. So maybe 8 clients, and bang, there's your $1,000 a month. Now, if you're only getting people started on shake and teas, well, then you're probably going to need about 20 clients a month. So you've got to figure that part out for yourself, okay? To create financial freedom and actually build a sustainable business and build what we're all looking for, well, I'm assuming everyone's looking for a residual income, okay? An income that is coming in whether you're working or not. That's what financial freedom is. When you hit retirement age, you want to have enough money coming in or in your nest egg that you can live comfortably and not have to stress about it. And for most people, relying on your investment or relying on your super by the time you retire probably isn't going to be enough. You need to have a income coming in, and that's what a royalty residual income is. It's income that's coming in every single month from something that you've already built. So to build that, you do three things: use the products, build your client base, but then you also find, recruit, and teach other coaches and other members to do exactly the same thing. That's it. That's all you've got to really do. It's a very, very simple process that you just repeat and duplicate and duplicate. So let's talk about a couple of things. Here's the flow chart. This is pretty well the flow chart that you want to take everybody through. The time frame at what they do it, that's an individual thing, okay? I sort of like to try, and get somebody from client to supervisor. My goal personally is to try and do that in 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months. That's always my goal, and I'll take you through that in just a moment. But basically, they start off as a client. Now, I always get my clients on a full retail program to start with for 2 reasons. Number one, it gives them access to our money-back guarantee. Number 2, they're a brand new client. So, of course, they're going to pay retail. So I never start anybody off on a discount. They always start as a client, get on some products. If they love the products, bang, then the next month, let's get you as a member. Let's get you your 25% discount. And once they're a member, they may give you some referrals. No problems at all whatsoever. My next goal is to identify those members that want to become active members. It's not going to be every member, just like not every client's going to become a member, okay? Normally the success rate from client to member is probably around about 80%. I would say about 8 out of every 10 clients will definitely get registered as a member. That's a pretty well given, okay? About 80% strike rate for most people. From member to active member, that's probably about a 20 or 30% strike rate. So out of every 10 members, there's going to be 2 or 3 that actively want to get to that, 35% discount. Now, to help them get to that, they're normally going to have maybe 3 to 5 clients. We'd put them on that 35%, depending again on what the client's purchasing. So I'm going to teach my active members how to look after those clients, how to support them, how to build a structure for their clients and look after them so that they can keep, those 4 or 5 clients, make that 35% every month, and they're probably going to get their products for free and make a little bit of profit. From there, I want to help people get into what we call qualified producer. This is where they're at a permanent 42% discount. At that level there, they're probably going to need 8 to 10 clients, I would assume. Really depending, again, on what the clients are purchasing. But 8 to 10 clients will definitely have you as a qualified producer on a permanent 42% discount. And then I want to get them to supervisor, okay? And again, the strike rate's about the same. From member to active member is around about 2 or 3 out of 10, about a 20 to 30% strike rate. Qualified producers about the same, about a 20 to 30% success rate of people that want to get to that position. And then supervisor, again, it's about the same. Once you get into active member, it's pretty well about that 20 to 30% that want to move up the marketing plan. And they're the ones that you spend your most time with, because they're the ones that are going to need more of your time and your assistance because they want to move up the marketing plan. I've got members that have been here at 25% for 15 or 20 years. They don't need a lot of my attention. I might talk to them once a month, or they're on my database and they get my emails, they get the occasional text message. They don't really need that much input from me. It's really now just a personal, g'day, how you going? And we catch up once a month for a chat on the phone. That's pretty well what it is. My active members, qualified producers and supervisors, obviously I'm talking to them a lot more because I'm helping them move up the marketing plan. Once they're at supervisors, qualified producer over here would obviously have retail clients and they would have some members. And as a supervisor, they've got retail clients, they've got members, they've got active members, and they're looking to get supervisors. And all a supervisor has to do is repeat and duplicate. Just take everybody through that flow chart. If you took every single client through this flow chart, A, you would get to supervisor, and B, you would get supervisors. It's as simple as that. That's the flow chart that's been used all over the world. Now, if you repeat and duplicate, you become what we call a business builder, someone that is actively doing it. And a business builder has what? Retail clients, they have members, they have active members, and they're building supervisors. So they're building an organization. And if you have supervisors, that's when you start to earn your residual income. So that's the flow chart. It's pretty simple, right? It's a simple business. Keep it simple. Anybody can do it, okay? The three groups that people might fall into that you sort of need to know what to teach them. And I'll just cover this quickly. With my customers and my members, they're on the Facebook groups. I always do great follow-up. I always ask for referrals, and I keep exposing them to the business opportunity. You know, I've had people where it's taken them 6 months before they've come along to an event or, decided to help other people. I've had people that have taken a year. I've had people that were supervisors, had no clients, and then finally came to an event after 12 months of being on the products because they love it, and now they're absolutely cranking. You know, Paul Williams is a perfect example of that. You know, he'll be world team by the end of next month. He's absolutely flying. The guy wasn't interested in getting clients for 12 months, just loved the products, but came along to an event, went, okay, this is a bit better than I thought. Loved the products, didn't realize there was a business opportunity. Finally, now he's up and running. So it doesn't really matter how long that takes. It's an ongoing process, right? Active members, obviously they should be on the client page. They should be on the coach's page. They've gone through their checklist of, how to get started and stuff like that. They're starting to get onto the webinars, or at least watching the recordings of the webinars, and you can follow up on that. If I send a member, one of my recordings and they don't watch it, then chances are they don't really want to be an active member. No problem. It doesn't matter to me because I'll work with all three groups based around this form of activity. Again, you support into the support system. You tell, show, try, do as much as you can. Tell them how to do something, show them how to do it. They try it. Before long, they're doing it. All right. So that tell, show, try, do kicks in. And then you've got your business builders. These are people that, obviously want to build an income and probably want to build it to the point where they don't need a regular job. That's what I call a business builder. And a business builder might not be someone that wants to become, a millionaire and earn $1 million a year. A business builder is just somebody that doesn't want to work a regular job. They want to be able to make enough from their herbalife business where they don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job. They don't have to have a boss, and they can be in control of their own destiny. Obviously, they're on the two groups. They've completed the checklist. They need to be on webinars. I changed it from need. It used to say must, but at the end of the day, you don't have to do anything. It's your business. You can do whatever you want. So by me putting on there, you must do this, it doesn't really gel. You should be on all the webinars. You need to be on all the webinars if you're a business builder. If you're a business builder, you need to be involved in the support system, and you should be a part of the support system. Putting your hand up to do trainings, putting your hand up to help at STSs, putting your hand up to put out, work at kickoffs. You should be doing that. You need to go to STSs. You need and should be going to extravaganzas, and you need and you should be completing gauges. Because if you're not completing gauges, chances are you're not accountable to yourself. You're certainly not accountable to anybody else. You're not sending in gauges, then you're not accountable to a mentor. You're not accountable to your coach because they've got nothing to be accountable to. You're sending them nothing, so what are they supposed to check off on? And you're certainly not being accountable to yourself, because 6 months from now, if I said, what did you do last January? You go, I don't know. But if you've kept gauges, you could go back online and go, yep, there's my gauges from January. That's what I was doing in January. And by keeping gauges, you can track how your business is going. You can see if it's on track or off track, whether it's growing or not growing. And if it's not growing, you can fix the areas that need to be fixed. If it is growing, keep the gauges going, because then you're always on track. So they're just some simple little steps that you can use there as well. The accumulation plan for what I call an active member. I want to take you through this because this is a really great way to help somebody. Remember when I said at the beginning, I like to help somebody from client to supervisor sort of do that transition in a 3 to 5 month process if I can. So they've had 1 month as a client, right? The second month, they're now up and running as a member. And I'm identifying if they want to become an active member. And if they want to become an active member, then we're going to start going through the process. Let's get your 4 or 5 clients and let's get that first month up and cracking. And my goal is to try and accumulate 1,000 volume for them in that first month. If not, certainly the 500, okay? So if it's not the first month that they're doing the 1,000 volume, it certainly is the second that they're doing the 1,000 volume, okay? And if they just, basically picked up 4 new clients, okay, so don't get phased where it says here first month, second month, third month. That is the first month of this process. It could be their second or third month in business. Does that make sense? So where it says first month might not be the first month they've got registered. It's the first month of this process of month 1, month 2, month 3 of going supervisor, okay? So I'm aiming to do that 1,000 volume. So 4 clients, have a shake party, do a business launch, do some 3-way calls, get on the phone with your mentor, get yourself some clients. That's it. You need to get yourself some clients. Pretty simple. Second month, you've got your 4 existing clients that you're looking after. You want to go and get 4 more clients. And from those first existing 4 clients, you want to see if you can identify somebody that, wants to become a member, more so an active member. Remember, an active member is somebody that wants to be what? On 35% and above, okay? But initially that 35%. So you want to try and help somebody accumulate and do that. Because if you help somebody do 500 volume as an active member, your 1,000's easy with your 4 new clients plus your 4 existing clients. There's 8 clients. There's 1,000 volume done straight away. And then on your third month, just duplicate that again. Go and get another 4 clients. So you've got 4 clients from your first month, plus 4 from your second month, plus 4 in your third month. That's 12 clients you've now got. Good chances are you got a member from your first month, a member from your second month, and they're getting some clients. So your third month, the 1,500 is done and dusted. 3 months later, you're a supervisor. You've done your 4,000 volume and you're a supervisor. You've got maybe 3 or 4 members or 2 or 3 members. You've got yourself, a dozen clients and you're up and running. And now you're a supervisor, and already in your first month of supervisor, you got a good chance of doing your first month of world team, because if you did 1,500, with 12 clients and you go and get another 4, so after 4 months, you've got 4, 8, 12, 16 clients after 4 months. There's a good chance you're going to be knocking on your, 2,500 month, which is your first month of world team. So that's just a very simple way to get somebody to supervise. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but that's how somebody can accumulate their way to supervisor in 90 days just by helping 4 people a month. Not 400, not 40, just 4 people a month getting some clients, okay? Your next goal then is you want to build your Herbalife house, and you'll see this talked about all the time. And your Herbalife house is doing your 2,500. And the reason we say your first house is your 2,500, because by doing your 2,500 volume points, you're eligible to receive the full royalties that are available as a supervisor, which is the 5% royalties. If you're not sure about that, go and watch a marketing plan training clip. There's a great one on our coaches group, and your member or your mentor will be able to show you that as well. And it explains all that in there. But you want to build a little retail and wholesale business that's turning over 2,500 volume points a month. Again, so you're getting your full 5% royalty. Then here's the breakdown of it. Now, this can vary from, again, don't get tied up on the amounts, 200 to 500 volume. Everybody's different. In our house, there's 5 of us. Carmen and I both use every single product every single month. So there's 600 or 700 volume gone just on our ultimate program. We both use all the skincare. We smash the yellow. The kids smash the protein bars. The kids smash the yellow. The kids smash the shake. So in our family, we probably do 1,000 volume every month before we even blink, right? Just in our family. So don't get tied up on that. But that's just roughly, personal consumption. If you're getting your 3 to 5 clients every month, as you should be, and they're just using 100 volume points. Now, most clients are using more than that. We just use 100 as an example. Well, there's 300 to 500 volume points. Then you've got your existing clients. Okay, now, this is built up over time. I'm not saying you're going to do this. Remember, you're a supervisor now, so you've already had 3 months of building this, or 4 months. So this should be starting to pop up, quite regularly. If you're doing your follow-up and you're building your skills, then this will be happening. This is sort of just the layout that you want. You've got your regular, your repeat clients and your repeat members. Again, I've got some members that have been buying product from me for 25 years. They haven't stopped. Every single month they buy their 100 volume points, 200 volume points, 300 volume points, whatever it is. You'll get a whole bunch of those. But you only need 5 or 7, and there's 5 or 700 volume. Then you got your new partners, your active members. These are people that want to start building. Of course, they're going to be using a program. So bang, there's 5 or 7 of those. There's 5 to 700 volume points. And then, of course, your partners are getting some clients, right? So there's another, if they're only getting 1 client each, there's another 5 to 700 volume points. So that's your Herbalife house. There's about 2,500 volume points there. And then your garage on the side here is what we call your organizational volume, which is people that are starting to build the business. They might place a 500 volume point order and become an active member straight away. They may place a 1,000 volume point order and become a success builder straight away. And they're accumulating. And of course, at some point, they're going to accumulate volume to where it hits 4,000. They're going to become a supervisor. And then, bang, now you're teaching the Herbalife house to them. They've now branched off. They're now a supervisor. And you've now got your first supervisor. And guess what you teach that first supervisor? Exactly what you did to build your Herbalife house. There's the blueprint. We got the best business model in the world. People say, what's your business model? It's real simple. We got a business model where we help people build a 2,500 volume point, or if you want to put that in dollars, let's use it. 2,500 volume points is probably about, $4,000. Let's just say that, right? So our business model is simple. We help people build a $4,000 a month business from home where they're turning over $4,000 worth of product, which means they're probably going to be making $1,500 to $2,000 a month. We then show them how to duplicate that and teach an organization to build a $4,000 business from home, and we earn a residual income from doing that. Simplest business model in the world, okay? So duplicatable, so simple, yet it's not always easy. It takes effort, it takes work, and it takes time. But the process is a very, very simple process. And then you teach it to someone else. And then you teach it to someone else. And you build as many people as you want. Help build as many supervisors as you want. Help them build their houses. It's all I spend my day doing. I get new clients, I get new members, and I help my supervisors and my members get new clients and new members, either via 3-way calls or talking or whatever we happen to be doing, shake parties. I'm up for anything, right? So that's really your Herbalife house. And then from there, to build a residual income, this is you. You've now got your 2,500 house. Guess what? Go and help 3 people do that. Just 3. You don't have to help 300. Duplicate and teach that to 3 people who want a residual income, okay? And then you're going to teach those 3 how to go and get their 3. And you help them. You help your partners help their partners build their houses. And then that's your second level, your second layer of supervisors that you're earning a residual income on. And then guess what you do? You help your partners help their partners build their partner's business. And that's your third level. And that's where we get paid our royalties, on 3 levels deep of you helping people build their organizations. Now, if you look at that example there, let me back up. If you look at that example there, it's 39 people, 39 supervisors that have built their Herbalife house. You only had to find 3, but you duplicate. That's the business that we're in. If you really want to make an impact and help a lot of people, you need to build your Herbalife house, and you need to teach other people to build their Herbalife house. There's only so much you can do in a day. There's only so many clients I can help, okay? And I'll go through our team goal in a moment, but my goal for our organization, my vision, is to help 2,500 people use our products. 2,500. Now we're currently helping probably around about 350. So there's a bit of a way to go. Do you think I could look after 350 people? No. Be impossible to do that. Be impossible for any of us to do that. But can I duplicate what I've done and help those people help a handful, who help a handful, who help a handful. And between all of us, guess what? Collectively, we're helping over 300 people. And it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And you've just got to work out what sort of business you want to build. Is it 10 people? Is it 100 people? Is it 1,000 people? You know, and that's based on your goals and what, you know, what you want to achieve. So let's look at this. Everybody needs to get to a point. Everybody needs to get to the point. Even your clients need to get to the point of it looks simple. The products look simple. Take a shake, swallow some tablets, do that a couple of times a day, you can lose some weight. Take the shake, take your tablets, eat some good food, you can gain some muscle. Take the shakes, take some tablets, eat some good food, you're going to be healthy. People need to get to that point where they go, you know what, this looks simple. I can incorporate Herbalife into my life. Same with the business, okay? It looks simple. I can go and get a couple of clients. I think I could do that. It looks simple. They need to cross the point where it looks like it's working. Well, I can see these products are working on all these other people, so maybe it can work on me. Obviously, I can see the business is working for all these other people. Maybe it can work for me, okay? And the third thing they need to get to the point of is, I think I can do it. So they need to get to the point of, it looks simple, it looks like it's working, and I think I can do it, okay? And we all go through the same process. I started off as a client thinking, this product looks pretty simple. Looks like it's working, because I was sitting in a meeting and there was a bunch of people using it. I think I can do it. So I started on the products. And guess what? I lost weight. I felt fantastic. And then I thought, well, I can share that with somebody. And someone that I showed it to went, you know what, Andrew? The products look pretty simple. They look like they're working, and I think I can do it. So they jumped on the products. Once people reach that point, the process is easy after that, okay? It's just getting them to reach each of those points. The best way I know to reach those points is by results. Now, what I mean by that is sharing results. The best way to make something look simple is show a lot of results. If there's a lot of people doing it, it can't be that hard. If there was only half a dozen people doing it, you'd be thinking, well, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But if you've been to one of our STSs where there's 100 people sitting in the room, or you've been to one of our spectaculars where there's a couple of thousand people sitting in the room, or you've been to one of our extravaganzas where there's 20,000 people sitting in the room, you've got to start thinking, well, it can't be that hard if 20,000 people can do it. This isn't, you know, rocket ship. This isn't rocket science where there's only a handful of people that can do it. It looks like it's working. 20,000 people at an event, something's working. Okay, 20,000 people getting results, something's working. And at that point, you start to think, I can do it. So the best way to share, you know, what's going on is just share testimonials. If you want to get clients, share testimonials. If you want to get members, share testimonials. If you want to get active members, share testimonials. And if you want to get supervisors, testimonials. Just keep sharing testimonials about all aspects of the business, and enough people are going to go, it looks simple, looks like it's working, I think I'll give it a crack, I think I can do it. And if you're doing enough of that, you can see how this whole thing starts to grow. Okay, so let's play a little bit of the what if game. Oh, I always love playing the what if game. Okay, now I'm not saying it's going to work out like this. It hasn't worked out like this for me. Worked out for plenty of people like this. I can tell you that right now. There's a lot of people that it has worked out for like this. Maybe it will for you, maybe it won't. Does it matter? If you're in this business as a business, see, there's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it as a hobby, and, you know, I'll play around with it, and if I get lucky, I'll stay. See, there's three ways you can look at this business. You can be looking at it like you're lucky, looking at it as an amateur, or look at it as a professional. Looking at it lucky, I'll give it a crack. I'll talk to a few people. If I get lucky, I'll stay. I'll talk to 10 people. If 2 buy something, I'm in. If those 10 stay, no, I'm out. That's called lucky. That's called Russian roulette. That's called buying one of those instant monies and scratching it off. Did I get lucky? Nah, I'm out of here. Okay? If you treat the business like that, then see ya, you're already gone. Number 2, you can treat it like an amateur. Oh, well, I'll do a bit here and I'll do a bit there, and I'll follow up Mary sometimes, and I won't follow up that client because she wasn't very nice and she was a bit grumpy, so I'll just let her go. That's just being an amateur, and you're not learning any skills from doing that. Or you can become a professional. Say, you know what? I'm going to become a professional at this business. I'm going to become a professional Herbalife distributor, PhD, professional Herbalife distributor. I'm going to learn about the product. I'm going to learn about the marketing plan. I'm going to learn the skills to help people get a great result. I'm going to learn the skills to help people get involved in the business, okay? Because why? It looks simple. It looks like it's working. I think I can do it, and I'm going to give it a crack. And you become a professional. Now, if you're going to become a professional, it's going to take you 5 or 7 years. I can tell you that right now. It's going to take you 5 and 7 years. If on that way, it all falls into place, in 5 years' time, you may never have to work another day in your life, okay? If you don't get that lucky, but you still become a professional, you will build a profession out of this, and you'll build a lifestyle like we've been able to do. And you'll build an incredible business that will support you and your family for the rest of your life, well past your retirement and well past the day that I go into the dust. Guess what? My kids will pick up where I left off, and they'll have a residual income that'll support their families and their families for generations and generations to come. But let's play the what-if game, because I love the what-if game. Let's say after 5 years, you only get 3 supervisors, okay? Everybody gets only 3 supervisors a year. Just 3, okay? Just 3 supervisors a year. That means after 5 years, you'd have 15 frontline supervisors, 45 second-line supervisors, and 135 third-line supervisors. That's 195 supervisors. If they were all doing their 2,500, that's 487,000 volume points. That's a 40K Pres team. Double, almost triple Pres team, okay? Well and truly over 60,000 a month. Well and truly. I can tell you now that would be up around about the 90,000 a month. But forget the money, okay? Because at that point, it ain't about the money. Anything over 15,000 a month is no longer about the money, because on 15,000 a month, you never have to worry about a thing. You're not going to have to worry about your house mortgage, your rent, your bills. You're not going to have to worry about any of that. It's taken care of fairly obviously, right? So anything after that is just a blessing. So what if you're really, really part-time and you only got 10% of that? 6,000 a month. Where can you go after 10 years and have a $6,000 a month residual income? Residual. That means by the time you retire, you're not going to have to worry about, the government. You're not going to have to worry about family members looking after you. You're going to have 6,000 a month rolling in, 60 grand a year in retirement. Not just for 10 years on your super if you're lucky and you got enough. Every single year of your life in retirement. And when you pass on, that 6,000 doesn't just go, well, Andrew Foote's dead now, we'll just keep the 6,000. No, they look at your will and go, oh, Andrew Foote left that 6,000 to his 3 children. Bang. Now they get the money. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. It's a residual income. Doesn't stop. So play the what if game. Have a bit of fun with it. That's the great thing about playing what if. What if it all works out? People go, what if it doesn't? What if it does? What if I only, I don't get any clients? What if you get 100? What if I can't get any members? What if you get 50? What if I can't get any supervisors? What if you get 195 of them? If you're going to play the what if game, for God's sake, play it in the positive, not in the negative. Holy smoke, have some fun with it. So that's pretty well a couple of last things just to finish up on. The 3 things that we do is we use, we wear, and we talk. And if you talk to people and you share results, that's where you're going to get people involved. And at the end of the day, we're all on this line between none, some, and lots, okay? And it's only by choice where you want to fit onto that. Have I had days where I've talked to no people? Yep, I sure have. Have I had days where I talk to some people? Yep, I sure have. Have I had days where I've talked to lots of people? Yep, I sure have, okay? You just have to choose something over nothing. Doing some, even if it's some on this line here, just talking to one person, it's better than none. But if every day it's none, then the chances are there's no clients, no members, no active members, no supervisors. Not because the business isn't working, not because the products don't work, not because the marketing plan doesn't work. You didn't work. You didn't talk to anybody. It's not going to fall in your lap. Nothing in life is going to fall in your lap. You've got to work for it. But we've got a system here that if you work it and you keep duplicating, the thing just gets out of control. So the best tip I can give you there is just choose something over nothing. And as Jim Rohn used to say, keep it simple, focus on where you want to be, get involved in the mission, with everyone and everything, and the whole thing can seriously, fall into place in a big way. And I always love this photo, and I'm not sure if Jess showed this or somebody did the other day, but this is an amazing story because this is one of the stories out of Mexico. This lady here, if you look on the back there, you can actually see the Herbalife logo on that bag. But 7 years ago, this lady used to deliver her products via donkey. True story. I can't remember her name, but she's up on if you go onto the Herbalife site, her story is on there. And she would deliver the products, to her clients by, donkey. And 7 years later, I think it was 9 years, she became a president's team member in Mexico. President's team member. So no longer driving a donkey or riding a donkey. So pretty extraordinary stuff, right? And remember, guys, that our vision is real simple. We've got a 5-year vision for our organisation, and I can't wait till we hit this because I just can't wait to be pinning you guys with all the pins. But, there's a remuneration that can happen when, as a team, we hit those 2,500 people as a team. Now, you can choose out of those 2,500 how many you want to help. Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 50? Is it 200? Just pick where you want to be on here. But here's the great thing. Once we hit that goal as a team, all of this is going to be in your organizations. And then once we've reached that as a team, maybe your goal's bigger than this. Maybe your goal is to have an organization where you've got 5,000 people yourself. I don't know. Okay. Whatever your goals are, great. Go for it. Right. But you've got to carve out your own little destiny and your own goals of what you want. All right, and I reckon that just about wraps it up. So I'm probably going to get into some promotions here. So I'm just going to hit stop share. For those of you that are watching this on video, I hope you got something from it, and certainly look forward to catching you up at some event somewhere around the world. So have yourself a great day.